Hello and welcome to the 10th weekly rally for the April 7th leaderboard in the one of the Skodas of Group 3, and we head to Sardinia, racing across hills and far away and through a little quaint village and some vineyards. Now for this one, I usually record these on Wednesdays or Thursdays quite early on. This one happened to be, well, this morning actually, so the leaderboards would be quite mature. However, for once I have also did some warm-ups, obviously different car, different rally, but just get to grips. And I think it sort of paid off perhaps, because, well, I don't think this one went quite as badly as all the other ones did. Especially the last two. Actually, it was 9th and 6th, I believe. That was instant loss, really. This one was just a leisurely Sunday morning drive. Pushing decently. I felt decently comfortable. Most of the cars, this one included, aren't something I've driven before in the past. And sometimes you don't get lucky, sometimes you do, and with how it landed, I found it to be all the confirmation I needed. This one was one that I lined with, and essentially it was stable. It didn't play any tricks on me. Well, essentially a solid performer, one that I could. Well, one way to put it was do the best I can, but the reality of these ones is make the least mistakes. Promote myself from major skill issues to minor ones. Good luck. The first one, Montevecchio, is... I do like this. Plenty of jumps. You can actually go pretty flat out through. I like in Finland, and which is a good mark for this course in particular. You have the final braking zone. It's weirdly cambered. Not a chicane, rather. A 90-degree turn. And we are about to cross the line in 2 minutes and 50.8. Not the best, it's probably far from my personal best, but it put us in 35th, along with a beautiful camber angle of the beginning of the replay. We move on to Genamari. Genamari? I can't really tell it, but I'm going to guess it's Genamari. Feel free to correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong. This one, I used to have some issues with the camera angles, but maybe I've switched to a different one without even realizing. Well, basically there's this little quaint village bit. Essentially it's a blind 90-degree turn. Previously I found myself blind through it, but I'm really lucky I didn't get the 5-second penalty there. Yeah, but these days I did accidentally just change the camera angle from time to time, and well, this is one I think I'm using as the default. Maybe isn't, maybe is. I have absolutely no idea. But yeah. One of the prettiest rallies in my opinion. I do love the contrast between the yellow grass, like dry grass, and the bright green trees. I would perhaps put it third. Well, there are like 8 and 9, I can't remember. So it's pretty decent. Behind Germany and Japan respectively. Second and first. And coming up to the village, I was rambling on a moment ago. And a brief switch to tarmac for just a little bit more grip. A surface I enjoy a bit more. Yeah, didn't even go through the see-through bit in the through the houses here, through the buildings. And for one more lovely moment, and a close call with the hay wheels. It always feels incredibly satisfying to just be pretty much pixel perfect with them. Same for Hinkelstone's Germany. Perhaps not, even if the line isn't the most optimal, it's always very satisfying to just avoid a massive accident and a huge time loss. But so far, well, neither of the two runs have been the most spectacular or record-breaking, but I think I would say both of them, except for this bit where I missed the turning point and went in too early, and as a result we've fallen 13 places to 48th. And here we have the third one, Portomaga, the reverse layout. A rally stage on gravel through some vineyards on a lovely sunset. Now this is the kind of place where I talk about how I would say things in the past, if you followed me along, how, okay, by the third one, this is the place where I sort of get comfortable with the car, with the combination, and sort of try to push more to make up for the lost time I've lost being incredibly clumsy in the previous ones. However, this time I had a bit of a warm-up, and it was sort of a smooth sailing one, continuing as is. I was trying to push more, of course, push more and more. Well, I was getting more going with that still, but it wasn't quite the stark difference that it was before. It was just I would consider myself a midfielder. Like, if you pick me at random, I don't know, 20 dudes, or 19, I would be, depending on the track and course, I would say between 7 and... Actually no, I would say between 5th and 15th. Something possibly inconsistent, but with a good result from time to time. Well done. At least given enough chances to try again. Not quite the case for one and done weekly stuff. Perhaps this is also a good time to reflect on this week's, well, sort of a quick weekly update on this channel. How things have been going. Not very good. Better than nothing, of course. The second worst day for views, restarting, and the worst one for impressions. You know, it's just algorithm stuff. It's just doing weird things. You know, I had my Magic Route video with 1300 views. You know, the algorithm gives and the algorithm takes. Last week I was sort of a bit more down on everything. I mean, sort of talking about perseverance, and well, it was a strange week. But this one, yeah, it's fine. You know, I think it do be like that sometimes. You just have to repeat the same thing over and over again, and just have some fun. Just have a good time. Forget the numbers for a bit. But perhaps don't forget the numbers at the top right of the screen, which are quite important for the context of this video, since we are in a competition A friendly one, of course, no stakes here. Just the ability to, or the opportunity to be a bit more smug than usual if you post a good time. Since, well, it was this week, there won't be a second chance. If you really win. If you're in top 40, you're in the top 40. You're the 13th of losers, so to speak. Nearing the end of the third run. Again, nothing spectacular, both in terms of ability and disability. No big oofs. Just a not the best of times, really. We've actually fallen down another place. So for the final one at night, we would go back from the beginning to the end, and this is the forward layout. And well, I've had the previous run to memorize this track, to learn it a bit, be a bit more comfortable with. And this would be a good opportunity for me to make up some lost time, see how far back up I can climb, since I fell quite a bit, from 35th to 49th. And for this one I shall just well, for now let's just enjoy the ride. See how well I did or didn't do. Did I make it back into top 40? And across the line in 4:02. We made up some places, 6 of them. Didn't quite make it in. I wish I could see where I placed for this run in particular, for each stage. But I felt that like it was a decent one. Nothing special, but it never is. We end the week in 43rd. I think pretty solid, considering how late it was. That was this week's weekly rally. Hope you enjoyed it though. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, perhaps even subscribe. Either way, thank you so much for sticking with me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.